Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula is known as the Land of Wonders. These dense jungles conceal ancient temples and ruins, and a myriad of wildlife. We venture deep beneath this living canopy to find an elusive prey, a stunningly iridescent trophy that can only be found in the Yucatan. The first time I saw an ocellated turkey, it looked like a Photoshop creation.
And the blue of the head is like, popping out. I mean, I couldn't believe it. The first time I saw it, I could not believe it.
It's an epic adventure in the Land of Wonders and the fulfillment of a lifelong quest on this Sporting Classics.
Some adventures are found at the crossroads of epic and unforgettable, and they're best enjoyed with a close friend, a companion who cherishes the sporting life just as much as you do. It's someone who knows the magic contained in the simple phrase, opening day, and who understands that the words hunter and conservationist are one and the same. For we've been giving back for generations and sharing the outdoors with someone who celebrates the history, the art, and the romance of this way of life makes for a friendship to last the ages. One where the sound of a snickering horse, the crackling of a mountain campfire, the whiff of gunpowder will transport you to that same stirring part of the soul. Welcome to Sporting Classics. That old trusted friend who shares your love of adventure and reminds you of the greatest days of your life.
So this is the first evening. They've said they've been seeing a couple different flocks out here, no big toms yet. So we got a couple hours till dark, so we're gonna see what happens. Welcome to Mexico. Right here, Tom, right here. Who doesn't love to hunt turkeys? I mean, it's the big game of birds. I mean, your heart just thumps out of your chest when they're coming in. Big, beautiful tom. Wow, what cool is that? A big bull elk, a leopard coming to a bait, or a turkey, doesn't matter. Your heart is coming through your chest. Tell you what, when you see your first bird, that's pretty incredible, stunning, just glistening in that sun. This big turkey, big time. I think he's excited.
We're going to a place that they've been seeing some birds roost, and once we get set up with the blind, we'll start doing a couple calls and see if these birds start calling back. So, looking forward to it. We'll see. Hopefully we get lucky. So we were sitting on this blind, and all of a sudden the guide taps me and says, look behind you, there's a turkey coming down the hill. The tail feathers look like they have eyes on them. I mean, the blue of the head is like, popping out, and he's got these orange warts on his head that stand out. I mean, I couldn't believe it. The first time I saw it, I could not believe it. So this bird spooks. And so we see him run off, and it was just amazing. That was incredible. We had him close. It's a beautiful evening, though. Yucatan Peninsula. Pretty awesome.
On day one, my friend Francisco Bergaz and I each caught a glimpse of an ocellated turkey, only to watch the elusive bird spook into the dense jungle. The rainforests of the Yucatan Peninsula conceal over 7,000 species of wildlife amongst these ancient Mayan ruins. The stunning history and biodiversity of this land provide the perfect backdrop for our epic adventure. You look at Mexico and the hook goes all the way down into Latin America, and right at the bottom is the Yucatan, and it's this ultra lush forest, and the salt water is full of wonderful bone fishing and permit and tarpon. And
Wow, what a strike!
And when you come into this forest, I mean, it's vast, millions and millions of acres of unchanged forest, and just the sounds, the awakening of the forest. And then to hear that ping pong ball dropping on a ping pong table, and you know your tom is gobbling. I mean, that just gets you going. The trip hammer jig starts happening right about then.
You know, we used to hunt in the jungle only, but I feel that a lot of turkeys have migrated from the jungle to the edges of the jungle, and they feed on the milo field. So now we see flocks of them. Sometimes they blend in with another covey, so we see 40, 50, which makes it very nice.
Vega, muy grande. Tell you what, for not knowing if we're gonna get out today, it's pretty cool to get out here for a couple hours and see a bunch of birds, a couple hens over here, a couple nice toms down here. Muy grande.
The first time I saw an ocellated turkey, it looked like a Photoshop creation. I'm looking at this bird going, is it a peacock? It is a turkey? What is this thing? It was just so stunning. I was just drawn to the absolute magnificence of these birds. There's nothing like them anywhere in the world. I took the Royal Slam of turkey hunting years ago. That's all 4 U.S. subspecies for the Grand Slam. And add in Mexico's Gould turkey, which makes it the Royal Slam. But for the World Slam, you need an ocellated turkey, a prize that can only be earned here in the Yucatan. "20, 25 years ago, came down here. About the same time of day, came into camp. Super excited. They'd been seeing lots of birds. Went to sleep that night. Woke up to the sounds of screams. Fire! Fire! Get out of here! And that was the end of it. A quarter century later, I'm back. It just took me a while. So the chance to come back, fulfill the mission finally, was something I just had to do.
We got a big tom coming, working around the edge of the field there. We still got probably 45 minutes to an hour of daylight, so hopefully it gives them enough time to work around here.
Because they have an electronic caller.
Look at him come. Incredible, look how fast he's coming. This guy's definitely tweaked.
Which sounds a little bit like a gobble, but not so much, but it's clearly the male call, so it's a challenge call, and these birds are aggressive.
Yeah, just like that.
The mere fact that they come readily to a male call like that tells you they're all about kicking ass out here in the forest.
He's coming.
I'm thinking to myself, it's gonna close the deal, it's gonna be right here, last light of the day.
He's off to the left.
He's gotta come about 10 more feet, that's it, 10 more feet, and I can pop him. Then of course he decides to take a right turn instead of a left turn, and next thing you know, it's a Hail Mary, and this bird flew off unscathed. And why he didn't continue towards the call at the very end after all that distance. It's one of those things where when you travel this far, when you've waited as long as I've waited to hunt these birds, and you finally get almost a whack at one and it doesn't happen, you're just like, long way to come. Long way to come not to get a turkey. Oh.
Winchester Model 70, the rifleman's rifle.
Sporting Classics is powered by the Ram 1500, built to serve. Winchester, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Sightmark, make your mark. Walther, powered performance. Negrini Cases, ultralight, ultra strong, the pinnacle of Italian design and technology. And by Umarex Air Guns, focused and on target.
So, we are in Campeche, Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, chasing elusive ocellated turkey. Spectacular, beautiful bird. Excited. It's a little warm. It's about 90 degrees and humidity is probably 70. But we're having fun.
Francisco has a house at Gray's Island Plantation, which is a place Amy and I have a house as well. And we spent a lot of time down there. It's a sporting community. So the people who are in that community share the same worldview. They like guns, they like hunting, they like fishing, and other people that do the same. So it's one of those natural kind of communities where you become a fast friend. And he and I hit it off right away. He's a terrific fella. He's an excellent hunter. And I was able to help him get on the Congressional Sportsmen's Foundation board,
which is the main body for protection of your hunting rights, your fishing rights, and your public land use in the United States.
He has such a passion for education in the outdoors and moving this whole culture forward with the mainstream. And that's something that we both share a big passion for. And he's intelligent and just a hell of a good hang. A lot of fun in a camp.
Yucatan jungle. Hot. Real hot. Little AC would be good. So we were sitting there, and the guide sort of hears a little, little sound behind us. And I get tapped behind me, and he's like, the bird is right behind you. My heart just started pumping. I look back, and you get this green, the blue, the copper color that stand out. I couldn't believe it. The first time I saw it, I could not believe it.
As a biologist, I look at a bird like this and go, it's got to live in a jungle. They have to be to attract mates. That's the whole idea. They've got to have bright colors, whether it's a butterfly, whether it's a bird. Certainly in the case of this turkey, it's absolutely all about seeing into the forest, and that's why they're so brightly colored.
And we were lucky enough that this bird couldn't see us. And so he started kind of rounding the blind, and he went right behind a tree. And I didn't quite have a shot, so I kind of waited a little bit, and I thought, this bird's gonna go. He's already noticing that we're here. Ready. But sure enough, he gave us a shot. And we took it and harvested beautiful ocellated turkey. Perfect. Yes, we got him. Wow, man. Wow, look at this bird. Look at this, no beard. These birds have no beard, man. Incredible. Look at these tail feathers. Whew. Incredible. Wow. Awesome. Very cool. The colors of this thing just pop right out, like a rainbow, completely. On the whole entire back of the bird, on the tail, it's just so spectacular. Anybody from the US would look at this bird and just get totally blown away. Very cool experience. The jungle. Yucatan jungle, man. This is phenomenal.
The Winchester XPR. Experience performance.
I fell in love with Sporting Classics magazine from the first time I opened it because it's just so different. I thought it was a magazine created just for me. When it arrives, it's just like Christmas morning as a child. There's just magic to the surprises you'll find inside the cover. I take it with me everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
The Yucatan Peninsula is rich in history, wildlife, and its people. The guides who make up the team at Baja Hunting are from Mayan descent, providing the camp with local knowledge and expertise on the diverse species that call this land home. So Arturo puts trail cams all throughout the forest, and it's really a window into the life, the quiet periods of the forest when nobody's around, there's no human disruption or activity.
We can see crested one, we can see great curassow, puma, jaguar. You know, there's just outstanding variety of fauna here.
But it's this amazing window into life of the forest, and you just go, you know, they're all around us. They're right here. We're in their backyard, and it's pretty cool.
Yesterday, turkey gobbled there. Today, I don't know, they say, armar la casa.
So this is his home somewhere here, yeah? Okay, so we set up the blind right here.
Yeah.
Before we even got the blind built in the dark, we could hear a bird calling in the distance. And we started calling in the dark when that bird was still in the tree. Basically just saying, we're over here, so think about us when you hit the ground. That bird might be on the ground right now. And again, because you're using a male challenge call, you know, they don't know if they're gonna get their ass kicked or not. They're coming in going, I need to size up this guy before I just go plowing in here. He's right there, I see him. He's in the bush. He came in and in brush. I thought I could see enough of his head and enough of his body, and it just was too much brush. And this bird flew off unscathed, and so that was tough. Like at this point, let's just go. Let's just find another environment. These guys were, you know, very patient and like, yeah, we've seen this before, gringo. Not our first rodeo. Early in the hunt, I noticed the toms answering the electronic call and approaching to investigate, but they wouldn't quite make it within shotgun range. I figured an old-fashioned decoy would do the trick to help lock down the turkeys, so we decided to fashion a makeshift ocellated turkey decoy. It wasn't much, but it was enough. Just as we're about to set up, we hear a bird. I mean, it was like in the vastness of this forest, how could there possibly be a calling tom within 60, 70 yards of where we stopped? I mean, you want to talk about knowing the environment? These guys know the environment, and they know the birds. There it is. Big and black and beautiful and just one of those, could this be happening? And he kept calling and calling and calling and calling. And so to see the bird stretch up tall and make its gobble sound. Finally, the light came out. Okay, here we go. He stepped into this opening. I mean, it was like rays of God light coming right onto that turkey saying, if you can't get this one, you don't deserve one. I shot him, and that was the end of that story. Benito! Boy, Ben. Woo, what a chess match. Come here. Bravo, bravo, man. It was one of those relief, elation. Bravo, buddy, bravo. 25 years in the making, the end of the slam, and yeah, what else is there to say? And that's the end of the Super Slam right there. Mexico's been awfully good to me.
Bravo, bravo.
My World Slam of turkey hunting was now complete. But of course, it's not about checking off boxes on a to-do list. Rather, it's about living in the moment. And as I held a stunningly beautiful bird, I was transfixed by its kaleidoscope colors while surrounded by the great people and rich culture. That was the true prize of this hunt.
It's the smell of a fire in hunting camp. It's the sound of a river after a successful hunt. It's the sight of a sunrise and a boy and a dog in a duck blind. And this is the sight and sound of someone on Capitol Hill fighting to protect all of it. Someone from SCI. SCI, first for hunters.
Introducing the Hawk series of box blinds. Insulated steel panels provide unmatched thermal, scent, and noise control and are backed by a limited lifetime warranty, so your investment will last in the field for years to come. All new box blinds by Hawk.
Want more big game? Check out Chris Dorsey's newest book, Director's Cut, a 400-page full-color celebration of big game hunting. Each signed copy comes with a 4-hour companion DVD set. Order today. Sporting Classics is powered by the Ram 1500, built to serve. Winchester, the American legend. Winchester repeating arms. Pulsar, image, quality. Walther, powered performance. Negrini cases, ultralight, ultra strong, the pinnacle of Italian design and technology. And by Safari Club International, the leader in defending the freedom to hunt and promoting wildlife conservation worldwide.
Francisco and I each had stunning toms, so the trip was already a success. But there was still one day left to hunt, so we opted to try for a second bird.
All I would see was bits and pieces of this bird. I mean, just slight little bits and pieces, and I didn't want to take a shot. No puedo tirarle. So all I could see was, tail feathers here and a little bit of the blue head, and so I waited. No puedo, no tengo tiro. And the guide said, as soon as you see him, don't even hesitate because these birds are very spooky. As soon as I saw him, I took a clean shot. Sí, le di, sí, está muerto, está muerto, está muerto. As soon as I shot, the guide took off and he ran out and got the bird and brought it back. Wow. Wow. The size of these spurs, they got to be 2 inches. I mean, it's incredible. Spectacular. Beautiful. And it's a very old bird from what I hear, it's a very mature bird. I'm overwhelmed and just at a loss of words how amazing this hunt was. Just incredible. Very blessed right now. Very happy. And just, I was out of words. I couldn't believe it,
Fantastic, dude. Well done again.
Thank you.
That is awesome, brother. Good job. Way to get her done.
Thank you very much.
That is just so cool, man.
Francisco's second bird was a stunner. I only had a few hours left on the final day, but was armed with Winchester turkey loads, a high-tech call, and an incredibly low-tech homemade turkey decoy that the guides, through broken English, dubbed the Walking Dead.
Turkeys are roosting in this area, so they know they're going to be back towards sunset. I'm going to hit them with the call and see if they come in. Just wait.
This bird's on ground and he's coming. I mean, he's called a couple different times. He's very vocal. This bird appears at about 40 yards. The tom was within shooting range of the Winchester, but first, we seized an opportunity to capture these stunning images for the pages of Sporting Classics magazine. Kind of sliding around, just kind of waiting, and this bird's in no hurry. And you think about it, they live in this stuff all day long. Where are they gonna go?
Finito again, yes! How fantastic was that? How incredible is this? Whew, what a hunt. I tell you what, beautiful bird. Yeah, they're just stunning, aren't they? Look at that. Look at that bird. Whew.
25 years in the making. It's only taken me that long to get my ocellated turkey.
They're just stunning birds, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. Campeche!
You get him? Oh, there you go.
We got the whopper.
There you go.
Immortalized in magazine pages as well as television. So there you go. That's a TV star right there.
Congratulations, man. That is awesome.
The victory does not come from the trophies or the slams, but rather from the memories, the travel, and the adventure. Go ahead and chase your dreams and make them a reality, but the key is making sure you appreciate the journey along the way.